What's up everyone, Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Today I hooked you into this video with clickbait so I can explain to you contracts and how sponsored athletes, how it works, how everything works, and why there will be stipulations in the contract that kind of restrict what that athlete can do to protect both the athlete and the sponsor. Now, we're going to talk about Sulek, we're going to talk about Fouad and Hosstile, talk about all that stuff, talk about my experience. This will be a very educational video, and hopefully you get a lot out of it. But before you watch that video, I want you to hurry up and open another little browser. Go to tigerfitness.com, get MTS Nutrition Immortal, greatest multivitamin pack ever created. Here's how it looks, has all you need. Look at all these awesome ingredients, and it's only $1 a day. Tigerfitness.com, greatest ever created. So, I sponsor myself, and I restrict my own movements. And I actually have a story about how, even though I own my own stuff, it's good to have people looking out for you. So one thing I want to go over is that, so essentially what happened is Greg Valentino on a show on, I believe, RX Muscle with Dave Palumbo and a bunch of other guys, and they were talking, and Greg Valentino, who I like, Greg's always been good to me, Greg goes and he's like, hey, basically inferring that Sulek can't go anywhere because Fouad has him locked down. He's like a slave, whatever. I don't know if he actually said that. That's what I got out of it. But that's just me reading into things. And basically that they're too restrictive and they're forcing this kid, who by the way is a legal adult, to do something against his will. It almost sounded like it was against his will. Let me explain to you how this works. So the bigger the contract, or the more valuable the contract to that individual, the more stipulations and restrictions will be on it. For example, if I'm paying a sponsored athlete or an affiliate, for example, our affiliates at affiliate.tigerfitness.com, that's affiliate.tigerfitness.com, man, we have the best payouts, 20% commission for MTS Nutrition. That's crazy. So anyway, sign up for that and you go through the approval, but that's besides the point. I didn't mean to mention that. Believe it or not, it's not in my notes right here. So when you sign up to be an affiliate, before you can become an affiliate, you have to agree that you will not represent other competing brands, because we're paying you to promote our brand. And by promoting our brand, you are representing our company. So we can't have you say, hey, I'm doing this for Tiger Fitness. By the way, man, I'm drinking this other shake and it tastes amazing. Unless, of course, we sell that shake at Tiger Fitness. Like, for example, if you promote Axe and Sledge, farm fed, we're good. We sell that at Tiger Fitness. Okay, that's fine. Now, a Tiger Fitness athlete who's getting paid with money, who's getting paid, remunerated through currency or through covering their competitive fees, let's say for an IFBB Pro, we're going to require a lot more because we have more skin in the game and they are representing us on a larger scale. So the higher the investment, the more that athlete is going to be asked to do. Okay, and this doesn't just go for us. It's like that in the big leagues. For example, we do business with a really large influencer, and you probably won't guess who it is, through one of my brands. Again, now you definitely don't know who it is because we have multiple large influencers and musicians and everything for all the companies I'm a part of. But if I want to do anything, I can't just be like, yo, what's up? Hey, can we do this thing? He'll be like, sounds good to me. Hey, we need to run it by my agency. Because they have an agent look over everything they do to make sure that they're getting paid and they're getting remunerated, or they're getting, compensated fairly, and to get the most for that client and also protect their likeness. For example, if you have someone who is, like, let's say Tim Tebow, who is deeply Christian, but let's say he's not the brightest guy, and he's like, hey, I just need to make all this money, and his image is being a Christian, and then he gets an offer from Trojan to do a commercial for Magnums because Tim Tebow is packing. He's got that big one, right? Now, Tim Tebow, his agent be like, hold on, dude, you just did a pro-life commercial. Probably not a good idea to sign up with Magnums, even though, if you got it, flaunt it, know what I'm saying? So that would be why that makes sense. So another thing is, like, you don't want to put the athlete in a position or on a program where it will jeopardize what they do, who they are, or ask questions that aren't potentially pre-screened. Now, when I say pre-screened, there's off-limits questions. And a lot of times podcasts will have to agree to in writing, not asking certain questions. I'm going to give you an example of me personally, which by the way, is not a knock on the show, but I'm going to give you a what if. So I went on the Fit and Fresh podcast. If you guys don't know, I love those guys. Myron's a great guy. I mean, they're amazing. Now, for me, I'll do it because I had a great time. But what they do on their Fit and Fresh night show is they invite a lot of, and this is what they called them, this is not me calling that, a lot of hoes. And the hoes that they referred to as hoes were okay being called hoes, which was crazy to me. And I actually thought I looked pretty good because even though I was surrounded by this debauchery, I literally stuck to my values. And my end statement on that show, again, go look it up on YouTube. I'll try and link it down below if I remember. My end statement was that you're worth more than this. You need to have more values. So I actually exuded my conservative family values quite well. But I've been doing this a long time. Sam's like, what, 23 years old? Sam might not know how to deal with 8 scantily clad women talking about their body count, right? For me, I'm like, all right, that's awesome and all. So what Hosstile's doing is they're not only protecting the likeness of Hosstile, but they're protecting the likeness of Sam. I know a lot of you guys would be like, well, that's easy for you to say, you exploit people. Name one person I exploited. Like, yeah, I do post a lot of puppy pictures of my golden doodles, and they do not sign off on me using their likeness. But at the end of the day, I'm there to work with athletes because the happier the athlete, the better they're going to perform, the better job they're going to do. And I love these people. Like, this is my community. So what I want to say is that this is not abnormal. Like, this is not weird. This is not a contractual abnormality. This is how it is. We're going through a big contract negotiation for one of my brands. That's huge. That's enormous. That is pretty, if you looked at it, you'd be like, well, that's pretty simple, Just have Marc and his partners and talk to this guy, agree to terms. No, we got 3 layers of legal involved. We got the CPAs involved. We got everybody involved because that's how big it is. These are serious deals when you're dealing with compensation and likeness. Because not only does what the company do, now if I as a company, you saw this happen with CrossFit. So what happened with CrossFit is Glassman, who is the owner or CEO of CrossFit, the founder, during the whole BLM riots, he literally said, he made a comment and said, Floyd 19 is what it is. Basically, the pandemic is, it was kind of racial. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I can't, again, I'm just a white guy in Brentwood. I don't know if that didn't really offend me. I thought it was distasteful, right? Like, especially in that time. And so you look at the top CrossFit athletes, we're like, no, I'm done. They literally publicly left CrossFit. Now, they were binded by contracts, right? And I found this out because I asked them. So what they did is the contract had a stipulation where if something was to in any way harm the image of the company or the athlete, then that breaches the contract. So all these high profile CrossFit guys were able to just cease and end their contract without any legal ramifications because, well, I mean, he literally said something that was perceived by the general public as racist and led to him being kicked out of his own company. Okay, so that's why you got to be careful. In turn, if an athlete does something, let's say an athlete kills somebody, let's have an athlete go out and march with Nazis and do a Nazi salute. Let's say I have something that really harms not only that individual, but the brand he represents. That's a problem. So I went, Jordan, back when he was, in the 90s, they're like, hey, Jordan, you should endorse this Democrat. He's like, Republicans buy shoes. Okay, so at the end of the day, what it does is it protects the brand and it protects the person. So, I mean, John Bravo, I was driving home from Ohio yesterday. I had to go to HQ and I didn't watch his video. So I just used him as what I've seen on Instagram. And I know Nick Trigilli commented on it's literally in his contract. He can't go on podcasts without being asked to do it first. And I'm guessing that since Sam has millions of followers, that they're paying him a lot of money. A lot of money. And when you make that investment, you want to protect that investment. And that is why these contracts have it. And at the end of the day, Sam is a grown-ass man. And if he didn't have the wherewithal to hire legal counsel, every contract I do, and it gets annoying. So even if it's a lease, whatever it is, every lease addendum we do, everything we do, I have a great attorney and he looks it over. And he usually, I'll look at a contract and I'll be like, man, this looks great. Then he's like, Mark, if you sign that, I will fly to Tennessee and kick your ass myself. This is literally something he said to me. So you need to find yourself a good attorney and you need to engage. Good attorney is going to cost you anywhere from, to get a contract done, you're looking at about $1,000 to $2,000. To sell a company, you're looking at anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000. That's what it costs to do business. I am guessing that Sam had an attorney look this over. If he didn't, then he needs better advisors. And I open this up. There are many people in this industry that you know, that you follow them. Some big names, some people who've won big shows, who've made a lot of money, who will literally call me for legal advice because I've had the experience. I just got served with another lawsuit this morning. So I've had the experience being sued. It just happens. And it's part of doing business. But you need to lawyer up and you need to understand that we're in a litigious society and you need to cover your ass. And Sam, I'm reaching out to you right now. I don't charge to give advice to good people. You're a good kid. Like if you ever need, like I'm not a lawyer, but again, there's different kinds of lawyers. Do you need a contract lawyer? Do you need a real estate attorney? What do you need? If you just need that thing, just DM me and we could talk. Call me anytime. It's not hard to find my number. But again, like there's a lot of people in this industry. I was literally, it was like a couple months ago, I'm sitting down and I'm in my office and my wife's like, who's that calling? I'm like, it's such and such. She's like, what? And I'm like, hello? Hey, such and such. And hey, how you doing? Turned out that just some business advice, just some legal advice. You know who it is. Oh, you're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I can't hear you.
Oh, that's good because I'm talking about you. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I got her flowers today.
You did?
Yes. Who handed you the flowers? Who handed you the flowers? Anyway, guys, there's a day in my life of my wife just completely pooping on me. Anyway, that's what I got. What do you guys think? I want you to comment down below. I really think... I think Hosstile is paying the hell out of this kid. He's also getting his money from his videos and whatever else he does. Man, good for this kid, man. I hope he makes $1 billion by the age of 30. I'm not even mad. And the reason we keep clickbaiting him is because he's the hottest thing on the internet. And honestly, I'm here to teach people. If you notice, I use clickbait to get you in, but it's normally not, except for Cali Muscle, then I'm just trying to save people from doing stupid things. But when I'm using Sam, I want to explain to you how contracts work because Fouad gave kind of like, he was just angry and he just yelled at the camera. He was like, old man screaming at clouds. And I want to just bring this in and make this educational because, again, like business is business. And a lot of these people don't know business, but there's business going on the back end, especially when you're dealing with millions of dollars, and this is what happened. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Again, go to tigerfitness.com. I'm the greatest sponsored athlete of MTS Nutrition ever. Next to Barbarian Hawk. Hawk is the guy. Speaking of Hawk, the Outright Bar is back in vegan. We got the vegan chocolate chip back in stock. Go there, buy it now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, and remember, hold on, let me do this right. That's not a game. Did I do that right? I'm trying to do the rollback. Let me try again. Hold on. We ready? And remember, that's not a game. You've got to hear this. This is crazy. Ambrosia Planta is now available over 1,200 doors nationwide.
Wait, is that the one that I use every day? Yes. That mixes the best, tastes the best, and has the best amino acid profile?
Yes, from something that was direct, that people just wanted so bad. We grew into Vitamin Shop, then into Hy-Vee, and now into every single Sprouts across the nation. Look at that, right at eye level, Madagascar vanilla, melted chocolate, and cinnamon. Cami, which flavor would you like?
I would take the chocolate, please.
I knew you would. Enjoy, available now at all Sprouts nationwide.